bit of a different video. It's the Sunday that I would usually put a video out, and generally I would have spent the weekend either filming content or editing content that I've already filmed. But I'm not doing that this weekend. I just wanted to take a moment to let you in on more of me, because you only see this much of who Spencer is. And even right now, you're only seeing a minuscule amount more. There is so much that I don't talk about on my channel because it's just either not relevant, not interesting, or it's not for you. But this one, this one's important. I wanted to speak a little bit about the kind of work that I was fortunate enough to do on Saturday night. As a lot of you might know, I am a mental health peer worker, and it's something that I absolutely adore doing. It's a big part of why I am passionate about spreading a positive mental health message. And it's also a big part of my own wellness journey, because I find being able to be open and transparent about my own mental health journey helps others and actually helps myself in turn. I was given the opportunity to work for a more acute service, and it's a suicide prevention service. The idea behind this service is that when people are either feeling unsafe or as though they might take their own lives, instead of presenting at an emergency department, which can be really confronting, traumatic, and terrifying, they might choose to come to the place where I was working and speak to a clinician and a peer worker. The cool thing about this model is that it's peer-led, and then with the clinician support, we'll assess the situation, and sometimes they will have to go to the emergency department, or sometimes they'll get to a stage where they feel safe enough to just go home, and that's pretty cool. We also make phone calls that have been scheduled for check-ins by the local community health district. People have been marked as high risk, high priority, and that they might need some support over the weekend when all other services are generally closed. We'll make these calls throughout the evening, and they're peer-led with a clinician in the background assessing risk, chiming in when things get a little tough. That's what I was doing last night, and I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't nervous. A new shift, a new workplace, and night work, which I'm not used to. Obviously I have anxiety, and anything that pushes me outside of my normality and my comfort zone tends to sort of make me feel a bit uneasy. I've gotten heaps better at leaning into that, and I now know that generally when I push myself in a safe way through that feeling, I tend to come out the other side with what I call golden moments. Growth, personal growth, either mental growth or emotional growth or whatever you want to fucking call it. So I was keen to try and put myself in this situation, A, because I wanted experience in suicide prevention and an acute setting. I usually work in a non-acute setting. And B, because why the fuck not, right? They needed help. I had the skills. Let's do it. And it was something special. I won't lie and say it was easy, but there's a mantra I have that nothing worth having comes easy. These are only casual shifts. I'm not planning on making my work weeks into 6 or 7 days as a matter of course, because I need to look after my own mental wellness. Another thing I like to say is you can't pour from an empty cup. So I need to fill my cup up with things that make me happy, like riding my motorbike and making content. But also I wanted to give you guys a glimpse into the kind of things that I do other than just riding a bike. I love making content for me. I'd do it even if no one watched it, because it's the process of creating that actually gets me going. Riding my bike is something I do anyway, and I love video editing, so chuck the two together and I'm a pretty happy dude. It's kind of like a creative outlet for me. So I hope next time you're in a bad spot, or you know someone who is, you encourage them to reach out for support, because it comes in all sorts of different forms. And I saw clinicians and peer workers last night literally save lives. It's pretty fucking special. I hope you guys have had a rad weekend. I'm heading home, got a couple of hours drive ahead of me, and then I'm going to take some me time, just for me and my family. What do you do to fill your cup? We all know motorbikes are cool, but what else do you do? Do you read? Yoga? Meditation? What is it? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for listening. See ya.